Hello, guys. We're back with another episode. Some guys takes. How's it going tonight, guys?
I'm good.
I
We
am happy to be back.
Good. We've missed you, Zyler.
Yeah, it's
unfortunately we
been
don't have Carson. We flopped out Carson for Zyler this
Yeah.
week.
Carson subbed out.
I was brought off the bench. I've been demoted to six man, but we're back. How long has it been? Like 3 weeks at least, maybe four?
I think it's been longer than that.
I think it's been 4 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's been because we took a couple weeks off, all of us. And then you
Yeah.
missed last,
Yeah.
and then I think you missed the one before that too.
I was
Maybe.
in
I don't know.
Vancouver 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't
So
know. I don't remember.
anyways,
It's
what
been a while
matters
without
is
you
I'm
though.
what matters is I'm here now.
Exactly.
That's all that matters.
Exactly. Coming off some big fights on the weekend, Jake. I know you want to talk about some cage fighting.
Well, it's always fun when there's title changes in the UFC.
Yeah.
Um, Alex Pereira's left hook has the same strength as Mjolnir. That is, it's the thunder of the gods. That left hook. Um, People are saying it's an early stoppage. I don't agree. I Yuri himself said he was out in the post-fight interview.
Yeah.
So credit to Yuri for trying. Credit to Yuri for making it to the second round. But yeah, Pereira controlled the entire fight. It
Yeah.
was brilliant to see.
Well, the first round was close. I didn't know who won the first round. I would have given it to Pereira because of his
Yeah,
stand-up. At the end, he had more stand-up control time, I think, because Yuri wasn't doing anything on the feet, but he took him down and he kept him down for a while, for like
yeah.
literally half the round, I think. So it was a
I
close first
guess.
round, but I think the stoppage was legit. Um, yeah, if Yuri says he's out, he's out. I mean,
Did you get Zyler? Did you hear what Pereira said in his post-fight interview?
No, I didn't. What did you say?
So Alex Pereira does not speak English, like not a word of English. Um, so his translator's in the ring, and he's speaking Portuguese, and the translator's translating all of it. And then at the end, he asks, "Was it Joe Rogan?" He asks Joe Rogan for the mic, and he just says, "Adesanya, come to daddy," and then walks away.
What?
And then
yep.
walks away.
Okay. I
I guess
you
he
know what?
wants. I guess he wants Adesanya to come fight him in 205.
Yeah,
I guess so. Are they even the same weight class?
they were.
They were.
So Pereira beat Israel Adesanya like last year for the middleweight title, and then uh Adesanya won it back, and then Pereira went up a weight division and just won the light heavyweight title now. And then Adesanya lost to Sean Strickland, and he said he's not fighting for a long time. That's what he said after he lost.
Till 2027.
Yeah,
Is that your prediction or is that what he said?
that's
No,
what he
that's what he
said.
said.
Yeah,
That's a weirdly long amount of time. What?
I
I
know.
know.
And then Alex Pereira just called him out, so we'll see if he comes back.
How do you like my question is how do you know that 4 years is like the exact amount of time?
I
Because
I
I
don't
get
know.
like I obviously you don't, but like I get the like, oh, I'm gonna take a year or two off and see where it goes from there. Or the like I'm retiring completely. Maybe I'll unretire at some point. But like, no, 4 years exactly is just such a weird comment to make.
It is, yeah. I don't know why he said he was going to stop fighting in the first place, but probably just because he
I
didn't want to
mean,
lose again. But I mean, I hope he
I
fights
mean,
Alex. I hope he comes
he's
back
probably
and
made
fights
enough
him.
money just to like go home and save his health and have a nice life. I wouldn't
He
blame the
he can
dude.
he can chill for a while. Yeah, yeah, he can chill for a long time if he wanted to.
I say,
He
how
doesn't
much did
need
he
to
make
fight.
from losing that fight?
You make double if you win. So
Okay,
uh
but still millions to lose, right?
yeah, I think it's still a million
Yeah.
for a title fight, at least, I think. So
Yeah, he's doing okay.
yeah, he's all right. And he's had a
He'll
lot
be-
of title fights, and he's won a lot of title fights. So I think he's fine.
Yeah, he'll be good for the rest of. Well, sorry, let me rephrase. His grandchildren's grandchildren will probably be set up for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right,
Tom
do you want to hop
Aspinall.
into some football?
Hold on,
There
there was another big fight too.
There is another big fight. Sorry, my
I
camera keeps
apologize.
messing up, but no, we'll keep talking. No, there was another big fight. Tom Aspinall beat Sergey Pavlovich for the interim heavyweight championship.
Tom Aspinall looks really good.
He does.
What
This
is
surprised the heck
interim?
out of me.
Sorry,
Interim
for
means
the noobs,
John
what is
Jones
interim
got
championship?
injured. It means that John Jones got injured and isn't going to be fighting for the next 8 months. And they make an interim championship to keep to the division moving. But some guys are nice enough to vacate the title so that there isn't interim champions. But now it should be Aspinall and Jones fighting.
Yeah. So Stipe's kind of screwed now, I think. Or are they going to do Stipe and Jones and then just say screw Aspinall? Either way, someone's getting screwed out of a title fight.
I think Stipe is going to get screwed.
See, I think it's the other way around just because he's got seniority.
You think Aspinall's going to get screwed?
I think Aspinall is going to get screwed out of
but then
the first title shot.
But then the fans are going to be.
And I think the only reason is because Jones and Stipe was booked before the interim title fight. So I think they have to have that fight first, and then Tom fights the winner.
Not that I know anything, but it feels lame for a guy to lose the interim title without fighting. But that's just me.
No, he would still have the interim title. He would just be fighting someone different.
Wait, but then if John Jones came back though and won a fight against some other dude, why would he be interim anymore? Because there would be a real title holder again.
Yeah, but they do interim so that he's got next in line pretty much to the undisputed title. So whenever there are two, they'll have like an undisputed championship fight. And then from there, they decide who the undisputed champion is. And then the interim title goes away.
Like, let's say whatever dude you mentioned, S something, fights John Jones.
Aspinall?
Or
Stipe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's say he fights John Jones and then wins the undisputed title. There's still an interim champion, though, even though someone else has won the undisputed title.
Yes.
That seems dumb.
A little bit, don't you think? I think that is going to happen, but I have to disagree with it. Like, I think Aspinall should get Jones next. No offense to Stipe in any way whatsoever. But, like, if you're going by precedent, then wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah. I think Stipe is getting the next title shot, unfortunately. Maybe it should be Tom, but the fight was already booked. They already had it set. They'll probably do that for the heavyweight championship, and then they'll do Tom versus the winner. Which sucks for Tom. Which sucks for Tom Aspinall.
It does.
Yeah. But that's the fight. That's the fight business. That's Dana White.
Silly Dana.
Silly Dana. All right, we can talk about football now.
Amazing.
Those are the only fights that I watched.
Speaking of not amazing, Bears Panthers. What a sad excuse for a football team these two are.
Yeah.
Like, watching this Panthers offense just makes me sad. Like, it's just a depressing offense to watch. Like, Bryce Young hasn't been playing well, but I feel like I also don't know what else he's supposed to do with his play calling and stuff. Do you agree?
He's just not aware of what's going on around him yet.
Yeah, like, Bryce Young hasn't been good, but it's hard for me to blame him. Like, even like,
I don't think you can.
Just so many it's just so many like screens and stuff and like stupid I don't know. Like, I forget exactly, so I shouldn't say this, but like there were some times when they were like 3rd and long and they threw like a slip screen or like they ran like inside zone or something. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, we don't trust our quarterback that much. Like 3rd and long, we're running inside zone. Like, I don't know.
I think his size is a little bit of an issue, and it's something that like you can't dismiss. But I don't think it's like the biggest problem. You know what I mean?
Size is a
I
big
don't
issue for him.
I don't think I've I don't think I've seen that been an issue though when I've watched him.
I
Like it's
just
not
don't
like
think
he's
he
been
feels.
taking hits and
I
getting
think.
injured.
I think it. Well, maybe it's just that he's not comfortable in his position yet. But I think that maybe I don't know. I feel like we're kind of bullying the guy, but I think it has to do with his height. A little like it's got
I
like his size, you know?
I don't know. I don't think it like he passes over the middle quite well. And like the biggest thing about his size was injury. Like he hasn't been injured yet. So like other than that, I don't see how his size has really affected him.
That's true. He hasn't been injured, which is a miracle.
Considering this Panthers O line,
Yeah.
honestly, yeah.
Like
Didn't he miss the first week?
Bryce Young?
He just sat. They just started Dalton, I think.
Oh, I thought he was injured.
I don't think so. Either way, he's been healthy most of the season. I
Yeah.
don't remember exactly.
He's
That
been
was 2 months ago.
Yeah, but okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, he's been okay. Not really very good by any means. But yeah, you're right. It is really hard not to blame everything else around him.
Sorry, you were right. It was an ankle injury week 1. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I
But
thought.
still, like it is not like I don't know. I don't think his size has been obviously an issue for him, but like it's just hard to obviously coming from like literally Alabama to the Panthers.
yeah, that's
It's a big change.
That's a big mix up.
Yeah,
That's a huge change.
But I don't know. Like even like I think the biggest problem with the Panthers is they just didn't hit on any single pick outside the first round. Like
Yeah.
like they just waste all of their late round pick or all of their mid round picks. Like either they trade them for like mediocre players or they miss on them. Like even off the top of my head, they traded like a second and a third, I think, for Sam Darnold. How'd that go? They traded a third for CJ Henderson. Nope.
How's that going?
Yeah, exactly. They've traded other like it's all these deals that like people like because they're like, oh, it's like kind of low risk, whatever, right? But like at the end of the day, they're also low reward deals, and you're just wasting mid round picks for no reason. So
Yeah.
like, I don't know. If it was up to me, I would probably fire Fitterer, the Panthers GM, because like, what has he done successfully?
Draft
I couldn't
Bryce
tell you.
Young. That's it.
That's debatable. Like
At this point, right now, it is.
at this point, it looks like he should have drafted Stroud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that's easy to say in hindsight, of course, but like even the trade up now looks like a disaster because they're going to lose a better prospect in Caleb Williams or Drake May, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. They lose their first round pick next year, which is also alarming.
Yeah, this is easy to say again with hindsight after watching Bryce Young for 10 weeks, but I would much rather have May or Williams over, frankly, any of the guys from this class, at least like as prospects. Obviously, I would take Stroud now based on his NFL performance, but
yeah,
still.
I think that's
Stroud
a
is really good.
Dude, Stroud's
we'll
awesome.
get to Stroud.
Yeah, we'll get to Stroud.
Yeah.
Right now, we're talking about the crappy Panthers.
The Bears, might I also point out, when is Fields coming back and why are they playing better without him?
Are they?
I wouldn't necessarily say they're playing better.
Well, they have
I wouldn't.
accumulated. They have accumulated more wins when Justin
Yeah, but
Fields is not playing.
they played the Panthers and beat them 16-13. I don't think that really counts. Like,
And hey, they beat the Raiders by like 90 a couple weeks ago.
again, they beat the Raiders. Like, again, like, yes, these are
I know.
wins and they should be proud of themselves, but like, man, I don't know.
Oh, I know they're not good. They're not good.
Yeah,
One of probably like 10 teams I could say that has a 0% chance of making the playoffs now.
Yeah, that's probably about right. I don't know if there's 10 teams. I wonder. Let me look up the odds actually. You can talk about this while I look it up. 1 sec.
Well, yeah, it was a crappy game. I probably watched like 5 drives. Nothing happened, so I stopped watching the game.
yeah, I didn't
I
watch
don't
it
blame
either.
you.
Yeah.
We filmed the last episode while it was going on.
Oh, that's right, we did.
Yeah, so I didn't watch it. I also didn't watch the Sunday morning tea party this week, or the Sunday morning sausage fest. Sorry.
You didn't need to.
No, I know. Um,
Just for reference, sorry here, the Bears are minus 8,000 to miss the playoffs.
wow.
Do they even give a line for
8,000?
Carolina? Carolina is minus 20,000 to miss the playoffs. So you could bet your
my
mortgage on
God.
that and make a couple dollars.
Oh my God.
That's insane.
That's
Well,
like
how many games out are they? They're hold on.
7,
Is
Yeah.
it 7?
8 maybe. Oh no, because they're in the crappy South. Maybe
Oh,
like
yeah, true.
5. Maybe like 5.
Oh, true. Okay, I kind of forgot about the division. Yeah, they're only 4 games back.
Oh,
It's kind
wow.
of funny.
Well, they got 7 weeks to make up 4 games.
They're 4 games back with a game in hand. So if they win next week, they're only 3 games back. Not that they'll win against whoever they play. They're playing the Cowboys. Perfect.
Oh, that'll be fun for Bryce Young.
Honestly, the line is Cowboys minus 10.5. I would take that.
Oh, I would take that too.
That's a pretty good line.
Oh, yeah.
I took
yeah.
I took Cowboys minus 17 against the Giants last
Yeah,
week.
the Panthers are probably worse. Maybe not Tommy DeVito Giants, but still.
No.
Anyways, yeah,
would
let's move on
probably
from
take that.
let's move on from the greatest Thursday night game of all time to the greatest Sunday morning game of all time.
Yeah, I did not watch this.
They need to fire Bill. It's time.
No, okay. Here's the thing: they can't fire Bill.
Let him ride till the end of the year, and then fire him.
Here's the issue with Bill. Bill is still, I think, maybe the greatest defensive mind in football. Do we agree on that?
Yes.
I think Bill needs to be willing to take less control over like being the GM and running the offense. And obviously you don't actually know what's going on internally there, but like I think he's the best defensive coach in football. I don't think he's a very good general manager.
Go put him at
And I
DC.
don't know if like he can still be a head coach and leader, but like I don't know if he's willing to relinquish control. Like people like having power, fair enough. But like if they could bring in like a real general manager to help like actually get some offensive players in and maybe get a real OC. I don't know. Like Bill O'Brien's probably fine, but like it's been a disaster this year. But like if Bill could have less power there somehow, I think it would be fine. That's just a really awkward conversation. Like, hey Bill, how would you like to just give up some power for free, please?
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Or they could fire him.
They can't fire Bill.
You're right. They can't, which is like, and I think is he really close to the all-time win record?
I have no idea. Is he?
I think he's close.
Let's find out.
Really close. Yeah, let's find out.
Do you know who does have the record? Is it Shula?
I think it's Don Shula.
Bill's got to be close then.
He might be like a few games back.
Are you looking it up? Who's got it here? Who's got
I'm
the
looking
stats?
it up. Oh, I can't find it.
Okay.
It's Don Shula.
Yeah, but like how many games back is Bill?
About 50.
Oh,
Okay, never mind then.
never mind then.
He's not going to catch him.
I thought he
Oh.
was closer than that. Jeez Louise.
At this rate, it'll take him like 50 years.
What are they now?
that's
2-8?
They are now 2-8, and they sit, I believe, second last in the league.
Yikes.
Yeah, tied for second last, I guess, with the Cardinals and Giants.
At least they're gonna get
So.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Great. So then Mac Jones can miss a really good receiver by 5 yards instead of missing a bad one by 5 yards.
Yes,
Man, Marvin Harrison's gonna be so good though. Like
he will be.
he is like guys like him are so good at tracking the ball that like it's almost hard to throw them a bad pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they always seem to get it.
Yeah, they just adjust the ball and catch it, and make the quarterback look good.
All right. Are we done? Are we done talking about the worst Sunday morning game I think I've ever watched?
Can we talk about the fake? Can we talk about the fake spike into triple coverage interception, please?
Go ahead, Zyler. Talk us through it.
Just like, okay, first of all, fake spikes are cool. I love it. I love when teams try fun stuff like that. But like, fake spikes are usually done on like the goal line where like guys are coming into run defense, so you can get someone like over the top, you know? And like, if you watch the clip, the D lineman actually stopped playing. There was zero pass rush. They just stood up. But the problem is there's still safeties back there. And the safeties, even if they're just standing around, are still in position to play defense.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't, a fake spike doesn't really impact the safeties and corners in any way. So it made no sense in the first place. And then to throw that ball into triple coverage was just hilarious by Bailey Zappi. I love it.
I do love
It's
fun
just-
plays like that, and it's even
It's just
funnier when they
quality
go wrong.
content.
Wasn't it the Patriots last year that had the laterals that got intercepted?
Yes.
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I don't think
all
that
their
was a
trick
play
plays
call.
just always go
And-
backwards.
And might I add, the year that they played Philadelphia in the Super Bowl, they tried the Philly special before Philadelphia did it, and
That's
Brady
true.
dropped it. And Brady dropped it.
Yeah, that is true. It
So-
wasn't a very good pass. It
It
wasn't
wasn't.
a
It
good
was a
pass.
horrible pass, but
What's the
it was
Philly
a little
special?
bit too high. A little bit too high.
Sorry, Nate, did you say what's the Philly special? It's the
Did you
The
really
flip
just
pass.
say that? What?
Yeah. What?
It's the
Do you
Philly
remember?
special.
Do you remember the Eagles Patriots Super Bowl when we were in high school?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the trick play that they ran right before the end of the first half,
No.
where Nick Foles caught a touchdown?
No.
What do
Nick
you
Foles
know?
caught a touchdown?
What?
Yeah. Okay.
No,
Where
I
have
don't
you
know. I
been?
don't remember this. No.
Zyler and I are going to talk. I want you to look this up.
Okay, I'm gonna look this up.
That's blasphemy that you do not know
Like-
what that is.
Nate, I know you didn't really watch football back then, but this was like
No,
the
I didn't
greatest
really-
play in Super Bowl.
This
not
play
history,
is
like, of
going
the
to be
last 10
talked-
years.
It's going to be talked about until the end of time. It's one of those plays. This is a Kyrie just hit a 3 in Steph's face.
Okay,
Kind of
I'm watching.
No, it's like a half court shot. Even this isn't like a normal 3. This is like
No. I'm talking
Fourth
about when
and
he hit it
goal.
in the finals.
yeah.
It's like a dagger
They're lining up.
lining up.
I have a pop quiz for you, Jake. While we're doing, do you know who the tight end was that threw the ball?
Yeah, it was Trey Burton,
It was Trey Burton. That is correct.
and Corey
Wow.
Clement received the snap.
I didn't know that.
That was sick.
Dope, right?
That was sick.
Yeah, they did that in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm watching it again.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Damn,
Okay,
wide open. Wide open.
Yeah, like so wide open.
Wow. Yeah, I never seen
Okay,
that.
guys. I think it's time to address the elephant in the room. The AFC North had a very busy weekend. I watched all 3 games very closely, and there was a lot of times where Red Zone was showing all 3 games at once. The first thing I want to talk about before I go on my weekly rant is, how do the Pittsburgh Steelers have 6 wins?
Because Mike Tomlin, and that's it.
Yeah,
Like,
literally that's
they're
it.
1 game back on the Ravens.
I know. I don't get it.
Kenny Pickett had 126 passing yards, and they won.
How do you win in today's football with 126 passing yards? I need to know. I need to have whatever Mike Tomlin has in his coffee every morning, because it seems to work.
Also, the only good teams that the Steelers are playing are teams in their division, and they know how to beat those teams.
True.
They've beaten the Browns, the
Really good
Ravens this
point.
year. They've beaten the Rams. They beat the Raiders, the Titans. These aren't great teams except for the guys in their division.
True.
Lose to the Jags, Texans, and Niners. So combination of easy schedule and prior knowledge
Helps a lot.
Helps a lot. But it's scary that the Steelers are a
6-3.
playoff team.
Here's the craziest part. They're 6-3 with a negative 26-point differential.
Yeah, that blows my mind.
Yeah.
That blows my
Which
mind.
which I think shows that 6-3 is not sustainable, but it's still impressive as hell.
Still very impressive. Don't get me wrong. They're the 5 seed in the AFC right now. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and my Ravens are about to be like in that mix too,
Yep.
because they're about to give up the division lead because they decided to blow a 15-point lead to Cleveland in the fourth quarter. Did you guys
What are your
watch this
thoughts,
game?
Jake?
Did you guys watch this game?
I watched the end, yeah. I watched probably the last
If
hour of it on Red Zone.
if we based the MVP voting in, it only matters for the first three quarters. The fourth quarter is just irrelevant to the MVP voting. Lamar Jackson would be the unanimous MVP this year, and it's only week 10. And it's like not close. But for some unknown reason, in the fourth quarter, they always seem to just take their foot off the gas and they can never accelerate again.
Yeah, it's almost like they cruise.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Cleveland's defense is very, very good, and they are a division rival. But like, if you're Baltimore, you can't lose that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it puts you in a really bad spot because now Cleveland is only one game back on you too. So if you lose to Cincinnati this upcoming week, now you're in big trouble, and now you've almost lost the division.
They've added more pressure to this Bengals game coming up this week.
Yeah, that is gonna be a hell game.
Yeah. That'll be a good game.
I am gonna get home as soon as I can on Thursday to park my butt on the couch and watch it.
Yep.
But yeah, nothing really went wrong for the Ravens. They played really, really good, as they do almost every single week. They just eased up, and Lamar threw a pick six, and they kind of slacked on offense a little bit.
Yeah, I forget the exact numbers, but like I saw like a win percentage graph for each game the Ravens lost, and I think they had like a win percentage above 80 in at least every single one of them at some point in the game. Maybe even higher than that. I forgot what the number was, but like they were basically guaranteed to win every single game at a certain point in time.
And if they decide to just keep their foot on the gas and like stomp on their necks, they could be 10-0 right now. Like
but they're not.
Now they're not. I understand that, but they have been they have been playing as if they like could be a 10-0 team. Is my point.
That's fair. I will say, like, as much as this loss sucks for the Ravens, I don't think it's a concerning loss. Like, I don't think it was like
not.
I don't think they were like exposed other than the fact that they can't close out games, but like I feel like that's more just like small sample size ness than anything else, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
I still really believe in this Ravens team.
I think they're going to do really, really well.
They get a week 13 bye, and then they can finish out the rest of the year strong.
Yep.
Get these divisional games out of the way early.
They play the Steelers week 18.
Yeah, they play the Bengals next week, and then the final week is the big one. But even then, we'll see how close it is by week 18.
Speaking of their opponent next week, the Bengals, CJ Stroud had another like all-time game against the Bengals, led him all the way down the field with like a minute 20 left.
Yeah, something
to beat him. That was crazy to watch.
Yeah,
because I'm sitting there the whole time and I'm like, man, if Baltimore loses, then I really, really need Cincinnati to lose, because then it would make me feel not as bad.
Yeah, that kind of made up for the Baltimore loss in a way.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah, so they got the ball back with a minute 33 left with the game tied.
Yeah.
Stroud drove right down the field. He looked like a veteran. He looked like a 10-year vet just driving down that field.
I would like to nominate Stroud and Woods for the greatest incomplete pass of the season, or I guess not incomplete, but the greatest called back play of the year. Do you guys know the play I'm talking about?
No, I might have seen it, but I might not have.
He threw an absolute dart to Robert Woods at the back of the end zone, but its
Yep.
foot had stepped like half out of bounds, like 5 steps earlier. So like he was in bounds when he made the catch, but he ran out of bounds on the play,
Oh,
which is technically called illegal touching, which like it was inconsequential, but like the rule's the rule. But like in terms of the pure catch itself, it didn't impact it in any way.
it was a nice catch.
He absolutely the catch was like normal, but Stroud absolutely threaded the needle through 2 defenders on the move. I'm pretty sure right to the back of the end zone to find Woods out of nowhere. Like extended the play. It was amazing.
Jeez.
And then I got called back.
But yeah, they put the Bengals away. And now if the Ravens beat them on Thursday Night Football, the Bengals are going to be in a really bad spot.
Yeah. Huge win for the Texans, dude. They're a wild card
Huge
team
win
right now,
for the
too.
Texans.
Huge win
They
for
are.
the Texans. They are. Yep.
The
They
AFC is an absolute bloodbath.
I know.
I was saying this to somebody at the dojo earlier. I think there's only like 2, maybe 3 teams in the AFC that we can confidently say are not going to make the playoffs.
There's
And
only 2, I think.
It's Tennessee and the Patriots.
Yeah, so Denver is third last right now, and they are 1 game behind the Texans, who are in the playoff spot.
Yeah, like and aren't the Bills, the Colts, the Raiders, and the Broncos? Don't they all have the same record? Or are the
that is
Broncos
correct.
4? Oh, they are. They are.
Bills, Colts, Raiders, Chargers. Sorry, Bills, Colts, Raiders are all 5-5, and there's a bunch of teams at 5-4 and 4-5.
Okay.
So depending on bye weeks and stuff, but like there's a whole bunch of teams that have 4 or 5 wins and could end up at 5-5.
See, isn't that awesome?
Yeah, and the NFC
really
is
fun.
complete trash.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Like the bottom 6 teams are like horrendous in the NFC. The bottom 6 teams in the AFC, I mean, they're not horrendous, but
I think
they're
the
much
bottom
better.
4 are horrendous. I don't think the Rams and Packers are horrendous.
I think everybody
the Packers are pretty bad.
I think everybody not in a wild card spot in the NFC is just bad. No offense, Tyler.
No, you're right. The Falcons are absolutely bad. We'll get there in a minute.
They're horrible.
I don't know. I think the Packers are a little better than people are giving them credit for. They only have a -3 point differential. They're basically even there. Versus like the Commanders are -57 and they have 1 more win than them.
Yeah.
I guess have we talked about the Montez Sweat? I guess I haven't been on the last couple of weeks, but do we ever talk about the Montez Sweat and Chase Young deals?
No.
No, we did not.
Do you guys have thoughts there?
Great pickup for the 49ers because having Chase Young and Nick Bosa running at you every single play is horrifying, to say the least. And the Niners, shout out them, just blew out the Jacksonville Jaguars, who I had as the 5th best team in the NFL last week on our power ranking. 34-3. I don't mean to jump right into this game, but 34-3. Everybody but McCaffrey scored. It seemed.
I know,
like.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, he didn't. Oh, I didn't notice he didn't score. That's sad.
Yeah.
Everybody but McCaffrey scored.
I would actually like to nominate another play for greatest called back play of the year, 2 in 1 week. Do you guys know which one I'm talking about here?
No.
Did you? Where have you been?
Dude, I didn't watch the first 2 hours of the games. I didn't watch the first half of any of the 1 o'clock games.
I'm pretty sure it was, again, I might misremember. I'm pretty sure it was the 49ers. But so the 49ers got a fumble off the Jags, recovered it, but then never was tackled. I forget who the defender was, but he was never tackled even though he was on the ground, and everyone just walked away from him. So he just stood up and ran down the field all the way 75 yards for a touchdown.
Damn. But it got called back?
It got called back because everyone thought he was downed, including his own bench. So the bench players ran onto the field And so they got like, I forgot what the call was. It was like a legal substitution or something because they all ran in the field during the play and ruined it.
Oh,
Oh, no.
man.
So
I
they
did
still
not see
got the
that. That
fumble.
sucks.
And like they might have scored anyways on that drive. I'm not sure.
I'd be
But yeah,
pissed.
sucks for that dude. Like that
Yeah.
dude, like probably has never had a touchdown in his life and just got
Yeah.
called back because his teammates ran out of the field.
Smart way. Smart way of making a run down the field, too.
Yeah. Also, like if you're a defender, just like put a hand on the guy, just like touch his shoulder, and then it's all good. But no, it's the Jags. They can't have nice things.
No. No. Big loss. Yeah, the Titans also had a
I'm
big loss.
still
Tampa Baker beat up the Titans this week, 20-6. I didn't even know this game happened until I checked the scores after.
Hey,
yeah, this is I paid the least attention to.
Oh, they're 2 games back of a playoff spot. Never mind.
Who?
The Titans.
Bucks?
Oh, never mind. They're 1. No,
The Bucks.
they're 1 because they only have to beat the Saints to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, and they're only
and the Falcons.
Well, the Falcons are. We'll get to them, but I have
They're behind
zero
them, I
faith
guess,
in
yes.
them. I have zero faith in them to make the playoffs.
I have so much faith in them. If I just keep saying it, I'll convince myself eventually.
That's how it works. That's how
Eventually.
It works.
It's all about faith, guys.
Tampa Baker might make the playoffs though, which
No,
would
they
be
won't.
sick. Which would be sick.
It would be objectively funny if this team had the exact same record 2 years in a row with Tom Brady and then Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
I understand not everything's the same around them, but it would still be pretty funny.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
I'm still rooting for
Baker's
him. I don't
been,
have
like-
much else to say.
Baker's been good this year. Like, I don't think Baker's like a long-term solution at all, but like he's a top 32 quarterback. He's a legitimate starter in this league, I think.
He's
Yep.
been competent.
Yeah, he has been competent.
Yeah, he's been very competent. Over 2,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, 5 picks. That's not bad. That's not bad.
You guys know who has been above competent, however?
Justin Herbert.
No, not
Josh
who I was going
Dobbs?
to say.
Desmond Ritter.
The pastronaut himself, Joshua Dobbs.
All right.
He cooked up another win. I mean, granted, they're playing New Orleans.
I was gonna
so
say
it's
it's the
usually
Saints
happy
again,
like
but
But yeah, he cooked up another win.
yeah.
I think he's like QB5 in fantasy right now, something like that.
Is he really?
He's in the top 10. I know that.
Not really like full season.
Yeah, full season.
Wow. Good for
He's got
him.
a lot of fantasy points, but he runs a lot too, right?
Yeah, he had a rushing touchdown this week.
He's had a rushing touchdown in the last like 3 weeks, I think.
There you go.
Has he really? I didn't really see that many.
Me
Yeah.
Who
neither.
is he? Who has him in our league? Do you know?
No, I do not.
I would like him because as good as Dak's been playing, he's not putting up that good fantasy numbers.
No.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs has 2 rushing touchdowns on the season.
Oh, maybe it was last week and this week then.
Yeah.
Just ran for a lot of yards though. I will say that.
Yeah, he's like
I didn't really watch this game, but I saw that they were down to start and then they came back and won. So Dobbs must be learning the system quickly.
Yeah, Dobbs has more points than Mahomes on the season.
Damn.
This is why you don't draft quarterbacks high in fantasy.
Yep.
Mahomes has had a bye, but I also think Dobbs missed a game when he got. Well, I guess he missed half the game when he got traded because he came in after like 2 days of being there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the other guy got injured that they
Yeah.
had.
Who I forget who was that now.
Jaron Hall.
Yeah, sorry, who?
Jaron Hall.
Who? I will say I think Jameis Winston might be my favorite quarterback to watch in the NFL. It's just such an experience getting to watch him play football. It's always a great time.
The year that he put up 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions will stay in my mind for the rest of my life.
If you go look at like the single season passing leaders list, Jameis Winston's like top 10. He has a 5,000 yard passing season.
Yeah.
What?
He does.
Oh my God.
That was the year that he put. I'm pretty sure that was the year he put up
30 for 30
touchdowns
year?
and 30 picks.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because
Jameis
all he did
Winston-
was throw like 40-yard bombs the entire
Jameis
year.
Winston will throw the ball no matter what. Like He had one touchdown too. I think it was Olave today, and it was the stupidest touchdown ever. It was like crossbody, like full width of the field to the backside of the end zone to a guy who was totally covered, and it worked, and it was amazing.
Oh
That's
god.
awesome.
And like that is a touchdown that only Jameis Winston could throw because he's the only one dumb enough to try and do it, and I love it.
He is a lot of fun.
I love Jameis
It's
Winston.
it's such an experience.
Um, did you guys see that? We're going on a Jameis Winston little meme tage here. Have you guys seen him dancing with his crutches after he tore his ACL?
Yes,
I have not seen that video. No,
I've
You
seen
haven't seen
that.
that video? He tore his
I don't
ACL
think
the
so.
first year he showed up with the Saints. I think it was when Breeze was playing. He tore his ACL and they won a playoff game and he started dancing with his crutches on.
That's so funny. Okay, yeah.
Uh,
So I pulled up the list of single season passing yard leaders here. Tell me which one of these things is not like the other. We have Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Ben Roethlisberger, Jameis Winston, Dan Marino.
Yeah.
We
I
have
think
like
I
five of the
think
greatest
Ben
quarterbacks of all
Roethlisberger.
time,
I
and then
think Ben
Jameis.
Roethlisberger is the odd one out there.
You are correct. He's
Yeah,
the only one who played for the
I don't think
Pittsburgh
he's very
Steelers.
good. I don't think he's very good.
That was the game.
Yeah, the game was game. No one else has played for the Steelers except Roethlisberger. That's the game.
Yep. You won. Congratulations.
Hold on. Kirk Cousins had a 4,900-yard season.
I guess so.
I didn't know that.
Well, there he is. Yeah. He did have a 4,900. Wasn't it last year or something like that? Wasn't it recent?
No, it was 2016 with Washington.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, I had no idea.
Huh.
Good for him.
I did not know that either.
Interesting. Was that the year he did the You Like That?
I don't know. It was like
James.
7 years ago.
Okay. So either we're going to talk about game of the week and then you're going to go on a little bit of a rant.
Lovely.
Game of the week, Lions Chargers.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. I thought Falcons Cardinals was game of the week. What do you
Nope.
mean?
it was not.
No. Sorry to say it, but no, it was not.
Damn it.
The Lions win another very tough shootout against a really good team that always seems to get into shootouts.
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't understand why Brandon Staley's defense is so bad when he is a defensive head coach.
It makes no sense. And they've brought in so many guys on defense. And like I know it's technically the GM's job, but like Staley has to be approving these guys.
Yeah.
Like just looking at the name value, they have Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa on their defensive line.
That should be
I know
just
it's
as
not
scary.
I know it's not 2019 anymore, but that should be terrifying still.
That
Yeah.
should be just as scary as Chase Young and Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
Yeah, JC Jackson was a massive bust. Like I don't get it.
Derwin James.
Derwin's really good. Derwin's still very good.
Derwin is really, really good. Trying to think of other guys. But I just don't get it. I don't get why they're not good. Well, sorry, I do, because Staley's not good at his job. But
Staley unfortunately has to go. I like Staley. He seems like a cool guy, but he's got to go.
yeah,
Like
it's
when you're a
time.
defensive head coach and the defense is this bad, it like I'm sorry, but like he's
Your
It
time's up.
reflects. It's his worst reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had plenty of chances to figure it out. They've given him plenty of players that should, in theory, be good.
Yeah.
Maybe the GM is on the GM too, but I'll give Staley to the end of the year. Like I don't think you fire him mid-season unless like they go on a big losing streak here. But
Yeah.
unless they rattle off some wins and win a playoff game or two, I don't see him lasting past the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. I hope not.
I
The Chargers' sake.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for Justin Herbert's sake.
Yeah.
I really hope that the Lions make it like far in the playoffs this year. I hope
I
they're not.
I think
Lions
they
are
will,
fun.
dude. I think they will.
Jared Goff, as soon as because the defense did not have a good game. Well, obviously, because you're playing the Chargers. But defense was not having a good game, and Jared Goff said, "All right, let me strap in, saddle up on my back, and let me carry you to this win." Because putting up 41 now, again, it's the Chargers defense, but putting up 41 in an NFL game is impressive against anybody.
There
So
was not to take away from Jared Goff, he was very good, but I saw a screenshot, and again, screenshots from games out of context are never a good idea, but this one's funny, so it's fine. I saw a screenshot from it was a Lions running play, and literally the offensive line had just moved the entire D line backwards 3 yards. Like I know what I know people look at the NFL and say, "Oh, I could have done that." Literally, it was like a 4th and 1 or 3rd and 1 or something. All that the running back, I think it was Montgomery, had to do was just walk in a straight line behind the wall of men that was moving them forward. Like genuinely, any human being could have done that.
They're unbelievable though.
Their O line's really good, and the Chargers D line's really bad, and they just moved them as a one unit, and it was hilarious.
That's awesome.
does anybody know what position Dan Campbell played when he played football?
He looks like a linebacker, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
Tyler, stat guy, look that up, please.
On it.
He was definitely a
He played
linebacker, or he was definitely like a tight end.
He was a tight end.
Oh,
That's why his O line is so good, is because he knows what he's doing.
yep. He knows what he's talking about.
Himself. He used to do it
Where did
himself.
he played? Wait, he played in the NFL? I didn't know that.
I thought,
He played
yeah,
10 years. Yeah.
yeah.
Why did I not know that? Huh.
I didn't know that either.
I assumed he
MCDC.
played in college, but like, yeah, he played for the Giants, Cowboys, Lions, and Saints.
Hmm.
He has a career total of 900 receiving yards, so he wasn't very good, but still more than me.
That is
Clearly, he's got a
900
good brain
more than-
and he's a good leader.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
his
what a
his
fun
process
team.
is unfolding too.
Yep.
Like his team looks really, really good now.
Yep.
I will say, not to take away from Dan Campbell, but like this offense is full credit to Ben Johnson, their offensive coordinator. He is probably the best OC in the league, and he's right up there as a play caller with like Shanahan, McDaniel. Like not to be too doom and gloom, but like I think this offense is in trouble when they lose, if or when they lose him to a head coaching job somewhere else.
Yeah.
What if he
But
doesn't?
still, for now, it's so fun.
Yo, what if he wins a Super Bowl and he just doesn't get offered one? Or like, sorry, and he just doesn't take one.
I think he might have had opportunities last year that he turned down. I could be wrong.
Probably.
But I think like the Panthers talked to him and a couple other teams.
I'd rather stay with the Lions.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
win a
yeah,
chip.
if you're having success there, like,
Yeah.
win a chip and then go be a head coach somewhere else and then be bad. I don't know. But yeah, how dare Justin Herbert not play defense? It's really rude of him.
I know.
Yeah, he needs to line up in a slot cornerback, and he needs to go up against Amon-Ra St. Brown himself.
It's like when people are going after Caleb Williams now online for not being a winner when he drops 50 and loses like 52 to 51. Like, what do you want the man to do here?
Yeah.
That dude gets a lot of hate for no reason.
Bro's
Man,
in 50-point shootouts every single week, and his defense just can't hang in the college game.
Yeah, Caleb Williams is an example of just like whatever the version of like voter fatigue is for like a prospect.
Yeah.
It's just like he's been elite for so long that now people just like need to find excuses to knock him down, you know?
It's Heisman
Could you
fatigue.
imagine if he doesn't go first?
Dude,
There's
he
a
will.
world where it happens. Drake May is very good.
He is. But like Caleb Williams is putting up 45 points a game. How is he not like I don't
think
see
he
a
is
world
first
where
overall.
I don't see a
But-
world where he doesn't go first, but like if he does not go first, I will lose my mind.
Yeah, he's going first.
Has to. Okay, Tyler,
Okay,
I want to hear it.
Falcons time.
I want to hear it.
I'm losing patience with Arthur Smith. I have defended him a lot over the past year or two. But at this point, like I know he can't play quarterback, but he has to accept responsibility for the quarterback position and the lack of talent thereof. The Falcons had a grand total of 70 passing yards this game. That's not enough.
70?
70 passing yards. That is correct.
Damn,
Against
y'all are looking like the Steelers.
Yikes.
against Arizona's defense, mind you. Let me pull this up here. Sorry.
That's even worse. The fact that it's Arizona's defense too. Even worse, man.
Here's the problem though. Their running game hasn't even been that efficient. Like on the chart I have here, it's on early downs. They're in the bottom 8 in the league here in early down rushing EPA per play, which I know sounds like a very niche stat, but basically their run game on first and second down is also not very good.
Yeah.
Which I think one shows the issue of don't draft a running back that high because Bijan's been amazing. The run game's still not very good. But I just don't know with this team. This defense is genuinely actually pretty good. Ryan Nielsen, the defensive coordinator they brought over from the Saints, has improved this defense a lot. If they could just drop a QB into this team, I think they'd be an 11-win team probably.
Realistically, which QB could you go get and you'd be satisfied with in a realistic base?
Maybe you trade up and hope to get Drake May. That's the only thing. Maybe Fields if the Bears. I don't know if Fields would actually solve any problems or just be a marginally better version of Ritter. But if the Bears want to move on from him and draft Caleb Williams, maybe. I don't know. Quarterback is so important, partially because it's so hard to find. That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming but frankly, what the Falcons should have done is drafted Fields 3 or 4 years ago when they drafted Pitts. That's what I think they should have done. But it's too late now for that.
Yeah. Hindsight, yes. Now, yes, 100%.
To be fair, I wanted them to draft Fields at that time. So
you knew
Fields isn't that good either, but I feel like it's more the Bears than him.
I agree. I would love to see the alternate universe where Fields gets drafted by the Falcons.
And he goes and plays there. And he goes and plays there.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
My dream scenario is the Falcons lose a bunch of games in a row, get high enough that they can trade up to the second or third overall pick, draft Drake May, and then fire Arthur Smith and get Ben Johnson as their new head coach, and they'll just be amazing, and all their problems will be solved.
That's a huge.
That's what's going to happen.
No, I don't think
No.
so at all. That's just
No.
a fantasy scenario.
That's dream scenario.
I mean, I'd rather them if they're gonna miss the playoffs by 1 game. I'd rather them just miss the playoffs by 4.
Fair.
I'm,
Honestly,
I
yeah.
definitely want my team to succeed, but you know what? If they're the 4th seed and get beat up on by the Cowboys in the first playoff game, anyways, I'm not hanging on to that too much.
Yeah.
It's not like they're gonna do anything in the playoffs anyways. So I'm still gonna cheer for them to win. Obviously, I don't want them to tank, but
No.
I wouldn't be super mad if they ended up with a high draft pick and somehow got a quarterback with it.
Isn't this year's quarterback draft class supposed to be really good too?
The top
There's
two,
a bunch of
Michael
good
Penix.
QBs, bunch of good QBs that are going to be available, right?
I think there's 2. After 3 down, it's kind of a mess. I think.
Oh, really?
There's
you have Bo Nix.
Penix,
You have Bo Nix and Michael Penix.
McCarthy, kind of.
JJ McCarthy's moving up though. His stock is moving up, and it's going up.
Yeah,
really high right now.
There's other guys that could go in the first round. I don't think either guy. I don't think any of those guys are top 5, top 10 picks.
Yeah.
They might be Kenny Pickett kind of tier, Mac Jones kind of tier prospects.
You guys remember?
Okay.
Do you guys remember Spencer Rattler?
I do. He's been better.
draft eligible this year.
Yeah, he'll probably get drafted. He's been better, hasn't he?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Who's this?
What do you have against Rattler?
He couldn't
Rattler.
hang at Oklahoma, so he transferred to South Carolina. But now he's been balling out. He's actually been doing really, really good.
Oh.
But I always just saw clips of him in high school, and he was a big shit talker.
Mm,
Pardon my language.
that's okay.
Poop talker.
Yeah, he was bad teammate, all that stuff. So he must have grown up, must have been humbled.
I will say, real quick, Kyler Murray did not miss a beat. He was amazing this game. Genuinely so fun to watch. I know 0 touchdowns, 1 pick. He wasn't perfect, but the Falcons should have won this game. They had him dead to rights. He was 10, 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage with his back turned, just running around like crazy. And like with like the final drive to
I
make it
love
like
watching
4th
him
and
run.
25 or something.
Dude, that was a sick
And
play. You can't even tell
he
me
just
that
ran
wasn't.
around all of the defensive linemen and ran for a first down and then got into field goal range based on that run.
Yeah.
It was a
Um,
sick play.
Kyler Murray gets way, way too much hate. Like, I know the COD jokes are kind of funny, but like for a player that's this much fun to watch, I don't get the hate. I love Kyler, and I'm glad
I
he's back.
I get the hate. It's because he plays Call of Duty, and it got leaked that he had a homework clause in
The
his
homework clause
contract.
was, yeah, that was stupid. I don't like
Like,
on the football field, whatever off the field stuff. I don't know. I don't know the guy on the field. He's so much fun.
when you can't criticize somebody on the field, you criticize them off the field.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually very true.
Yeah.
That's the same Caleb Williams thing too. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
he painted his
exactly.
nails. I'm like, well, he's a really good quarterback. Who cares?
Who cares?
Uh, that's
Should
the
we talk
fact.
about the Seahawks for Carson? I didn't really watch this game all that much.
Yeah. I'd like to point out, fun fact, there were 5 walk-off field goals on Sunday.
That's
6
pretty
over the
great.
entire weekend.
That is a record, right? I know they mentioned that on the Monday night game.
One of them is the Ravens losing.
Yep. And
As
one
is
of
the
them
Falcons
is
losing.
the Bengals losing, and one of them is the Falcons losing, and one of them is the Commanders losing, and one of them is the
Broncos
Chargers losing,
and the Bills losing.
and then one of them is the Bills losing.
That's
Those are all
crazy.
tough losses.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the Seahawks win. I didn't really watch this game much.
Are they still
Unfortunately,
first?
Carson's not here to talk about them, but they are now 6-3.
Oh, they're second in the West now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
San Fran's got the lead.
too bad.
Yeah.
I will say Sam Howell has quietly been taking a lot less sacks the last few weeks, which is pretty good because the first like he was on pace to like break the sack record for a quarterback.
Really?
Behind an offensive line that's like not great, but like shouldn't be breaking the sack record in a
Yeah.
bad way.
That's
But he's been
concerning.
better the last few weeks, so
Good.
it's still never going to be a strength for him. But like maybe he could be something. I don't know. Maybe he can be Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, only 3 this week. It's not bad.
Yeah. I mean,
better.
like if that's not, if that's better, then that's actually not ideal. But relative to like 10.
Yeah. Sucks that that's better, but you know what?
Yep.
Give the man his credit.
Cowboys and Giants. The Cowboys covered, and I'm not really surprised.
No. Dude, slaughter.
Yeah, that's all.
The spread was 17 at one point, and they covered by a landslide.
Yeah.
And is anybody surprised?
No.
No, I'm not surprised
Nope.
at all.
No.
I'm not
32-point win.
I will say,
CeeDee Lamb. Is that what you're going to say, Zyler? Or were you going to talk
no,
about
I was going to say
Lamb?
Dak, but it goes hand in hand.
CeeDee Lamb, man, he is well, Micah called him the 3rd best wide receiver in the NFL. I'm not sure I agree with that, but
He's something special, though.
He's very good.
he is very good.
Yeah.
I will agree to that he is a very good wide receiver. Go ahead about
As
that.
is Dak. Oh, I was going to say Dak's been very good. And all of a sudden, when he's good, you hear nothing about him. But the second he throws one interception, it's, oh my God, Dak's the worst quarterback ever. So,
Yep.
Shout
Well,
out.
he plays
Dak.
for the Cowboys, so it's given.
Yeah, of course. But like, I don't know. I feel like I've become a Dak defender over the last couple of years. And
You even took him
I
in
think-
fantasy, and look how that's going for you.
well, not even his fantasy points aren't even that amazing, if I'm being honest. They run the ball a lot on the goal line, which is sad. But still, he's been good at playing real quarterback. So
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I have a confession. I missed the Sunday night game because I had intramural playoff soccer where we got the win on pens. So it was worth it.
I missed it too. I missed the Denver or the Charger or Cowboys game. Oh no, it was the Raiders game.
It was
My
the Raiders and
apologies.
Jets.
On Sunday
I was
night?
I was not sad
Yeah.
I missed
Yeah.
it.
I didn't watch it. I just
Yeah.
chose not to.
That's fair.
I watched the first
Um,
half, I think. I didn't really pay attention. It was on, but I didn't watch it.
Dude, the Raiders are second in the AFC West right now. I'm
That's so
shocked.
dumb. That's
They're
so dumb.
5-5.
It's
Like,
crazy. And they're 2-0 without Josh McDaniels.
yeah, because they have
That's
good
not a
players.
coincidence.
Just Josh McDaniels did not know how to use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach Wilson is still bad, unfortunately.
Zach Wilson's he's a big problem.
Although Aaron Rodgers says he's going to be back like tomorrow, apparently. So
he's
I
not
don't
coming back.
know what rehab this guy's doing, but this is going to be the most miraculous Achilles recovery ever.
Nah,
and like they could make the playoffs.
He can't come back.
No, guys, Kate,
Not-
listen.
Not tomorrow, but like
I'm gonna say
pretty
this.
soon.
If I no, just no. He should not play at all. Just let him sit the entire year. I don't care if
It's not about
he.
letting him sit. It's whether he chooses to play or not.
Well, no, I understand that, but like Aaron Rodgers needs to take this year off and try again next year.
If they're one spot out of the playoffs, do you think he's sitting if he's cleared? No.
Are they one
chance.
spot out of the playoffs right now though?
Yeah.
Really?
Remember, we talked about this. Everyone in the AFC.
Oh yeah,
is one spot
everybody's
out.
4-5
Yeah,
wins.
everybody's 4-5 or 5-4.
Right. Who do they play next week?
Uh,
Oh, they play the Bills. So
Well, there you go. That could be some trouble.
yeah, that could well
I think it'll be trouble for the Jets.
maybe this time, but
Yeah,
Let's talk
look
about
what
the
happened
Bills
to
then.
Buffalo. Yeah, look what happened to Buffalo last night.
dude. I watched this whole game. This was the only game all week that I watched from start to finish. What a
Interesting.
fun
Very
game
nice.
of football this was. Like kicking it off with the fumble by James Cook
Yo, I saw that play.
on the
That
very
was
first
sick.
play of the game.
That
I
was
was
like a rugby like dribble pass or something. I swear like they bounce the ball in rugby. I don't know why. I might be making this up. But like is this a thing?
I don't know.
No, I think you're right.
I don't know why they would do it in rugby. I couldn't tell you, but I think they bounce the ball in rugby sometimes. And it looked like that, and it was cool.
Yeah, no, that was a different one. That was a different one, no?
Oh,
Where he
fumbled twice?
bounced it off the like when it bounced and he caught it and then kept running.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Very first play of the game, James Cook rushes and he gets stripped. And it's a fumble for the Broncos. Yeah.
I missed that one.
Very first play of the game. They have like what, 4 turnover or a lot of turnovers. I don't know how many.
Yeah, Josh had 2 picks and then at least that fumble and then another fumble that they did recover. So
yeah, no, there were 3, I think. But
Still a lot of turnovers.
still a lot of turnovers. Denver did absolutely not deserve to win this game, but they did in a hilarious way.
I think this
12 men.
perfectly sums it up. Denver did not win that game. Buffalo lost that game.
Buffalo
yes, that is
100%
true.
lost that game.
They shot themselves in the foot way too many times.
I understand Josh Allen's throwing too many picks this year, but like, I don't know. I feel like
look at Brett Favre.
Look at Brett Favre, and like look at even like Dak last year, who threw like very few picks, led the league for 1 year, and now he's back to throwing very few picks. Like picks are very very random, and what gets caught and what doesn't. Like I think Josh Allen's actually like above average in the good way in terms of like turnover worthy play percentage or something, which like it's kind of subjective, but basically just someone looks at it and goes, should that have been a pick or not, you know? Like sometimes it bounced off the receiver's hands, or sometimes the corner just straight drops it, you know?
Yeah, like so when it's not the quarterback's fault entirely. Yeah.
I think Josh Allen's always gonna be pretty turnover prone, but I think he's had some especially bad luck this year. I don't know why they fired their offensive coordinator. Does anyone else?
I don't think he was the problem at all.
I think he was the scapegoat.
Yeah.
I agree.
Not playing
this offense is 3rd in EPA per play over this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's indisputably a top 5 offense.
No, that was a tough loss. Like the Bills did, like they lost the game. They made a lot of mistakes, but like it was still a tough loss.
Yeah,
really,
it's a tough
really
loss
tough
for sure. But like, if anything, fire the defensive coordinator. They've had one of the worst defenses over the last month and a bit.
They're also really hurt too, though. Their defense has taken a lot of hits.
It has. It really has. They added Rasul Douglas though last week, but didn't really
Uninspiring.
help.
Sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't really help them all that much.
No. Like, I feel like this Bills team is going to be like this era of the Bills. I feel like it's going to get looked back at like one of the best like eras of teams to not win a Super Bowl, at least in like recent memory.
Yeah.
Because like
Well, they
it
haven't
just
won one yet.
yeah, but I guess it just doesn't seem to be there this year. And like
Mhm.
the defense is getting older. Like their time to win it was last year. That was like their year to win.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they can't this year, the next few years. Anytime you have Josh Allen, you're a contender. But I feel like this might just kind of pass them by. Almost like feels like the Sharks in the NHL in like the 2010s, you know.
That would suck.
It would suck. I hope they win one.
Well, it's the Bills. They might just go forever without a Super Bowl. Have they ever won a Super Bowl? No. I don't think
No,
they
they
have.
No,
lost
they've been to
four
four
straight.
though.
Yeah, they've
They
lost
lost four
four. I
straight in
know
the
that.
90s.
I don't know if they'd won one before that, but
No, they haven't been to one before or since. They've only been to four, and it was those ones.
yeah, that's what I thought. So they might just never win one.
Yeah, and maybe the Falcons won't either. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. They were close one year.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
that one time, and it's been downhill ever since.
Yep.
Oh well. Are we good on this week then? Oh, sorry, we didn't address that. We kind of alluded to it, but didn't address the ending. How do you have 12 players on the field? Like we know what happened here. We don't even really need to say anything other than just don't have 12 guys in the field and you win the game. Problem
Yeah.
solved. Coaching
Yeah.
decision done.
Well, okay, sorry, no. Back the truck up first, right? Denver. You could have made everybody not have a panic attack if you didn't miss the first field goal,
True.
right?
Also, like the
They
rushing off
got
the field,
very lucky that Buffalo did not have, or that Buffalo had 12 men on the field.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Like
will
that's
say,
a
like,
mental. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
oh, sorry. Like I was like them rushing off the field without any timeouts to make that quick sub to kick the field goal. Obviously, it worked out. That's what caused Buffalo to have 12 guys in the field. But also, like I feel like that quick setup is what caused them to miss the field goal as well. And like, yes,
Yeah.
I get they're trying to run it down to 0 seconds, but like you could have just left it at like 10 seconds, you know? Like I know it's Josh Allen, you never know, but like you could have left him at 10 or 20 seconds and you would have been okay and been more confident making that field goal, you know? Like you don't need to get it down to 0 and risk missing the kick like that.
Well, they won anyways, so what does it matter now?
This
Yeah.
is, you know.
Well, he
like,
made the next one when he
hindsight-
got a break.
Yeah, he got a break in an extra 5 yards and he drilled it.
I will say, like, it must be like, not that I've been a kicker ever, but it must be like way harder to like have to do it on a clock. Because normally, like, kickers, when you're kind of on your own schedule, I assume that you have your routine, you take the same amount of paces every single time. Like free throw shooters or golfers, you have the same like pre-shot routine every single time, right? It's practice. When you're under the clock like that, I'm assuming everything kind of gets thrown off, and that I don't have the stats on it, but I'm guessing when those are running clock, they miss a lot more. I wouldn't be surprised.
Probably. I would assume.
I don't know. We should bring a kicker on the show.
We should.
MMG used to be a kicker. We'll bring him on.
Pat McAfee?
He kicked in college, right?
Yeah. He kicked in the NFL, didn't he? Oh, no, he punted.
Yeah,
He punted. He punted.
He probably kicked at least one field goal. It's probably
I'm sure he
or
did.
something.
I'm sure he did.
Probably did at one point.
I don't know though. His kicker was Vinatieri. He was just like Mr. Consistent.
True. You guys want to get into your predictions for next week's games?
Yeah, let's do it. Week 11's coming up.
Man, we're like the season's almost done.
I know, it's so sad. Falcons are on bye week, Zyler. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna watch Red Zone.
Ah, good.
You'll have more analysis.
Yeah. Volleyball season's done. We lost our first playoff game, so like volleyball was always like 2:00 on Sundays, which was like right in the middle of the day for football, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But so now I'm free. I mean, I guess I have soccer during the primetime game at night, but that's fine.
That's okay.
That's fine. Although next week, isn't it Eagles Chiefs? Oh no, that's Monday.
It's Vikings Broncos. Yeah. Thursday, Bengals Ravens. Maybe the best Thursday night game we've had in a long time. I'm excited.
Well, do I have to say it?
Both teams coming off a tough loss. Who's
Do I
going to
have to
redeem
say it?
themselves? and give them and get them one step closer to the AFC North king.
So I'm going to take the Ravens. I'm pretty surprised the line is minus 186 for the Ravens. Like, I think the Ravens will win, but like, I would take the Bengals against the spread 3.5.
3-point game, you think? I think
Yeah,
they
I
can
think
beat them by 4 or more. I think they could do it.
I
don't
will
know. I
also
would
take
take
the
Bengals
Ravens
on the
this week.
spread.
I will take the Ravens as well.
Let's go, guys. You
Yeah.
believe in them.
I do.
For some reason.
Sunday games. We've got an AFC South matchup, the Titans and the Jags at 1:00.
Jags.
Just the Jags, and I just don't care. Sorry.
Jags. Yeah. Next, Chargers Packers in Green Bay.
The Chargers.
These are two teams
Question
that
mark?
feel like they're gonna blow it somehow, but one of them's got to win. I guess the Chargers.
I'm gonna go with the
just-
Chargers.
I'm gonna go with
I
the
feel like they won't somehow.
They might not. But I'm gonna go with them anyways. We also have the Giants and the Commanders. Another rival matchup.
They are 9.5-point favorites. I get it's the Giants, but it's the Washington Commanders.
I'm gonna take the Commanders.
Well, I'm gonna take them to win, but would you guys take that spread?
Do you think the Giants are scoring points on the Commanders defense?
They did put up 17 on the Cowboys.
That's not a lot.
But the Cowboys also had what, a 40-point lead
True.
at that point?
Yeah,
True.
like
Okay, maybe you know what? Maybe I will.
I would take
Maybe I
Commanders
won't take
spread.
them. Maybe I
I
will
would
take.
I'll take the Giants spread. I believe in
Okay.
Tommy DeVito for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't.
Did you see the meme about him? It said Tommy DeVito returning home after getting sacked 6 times by the Cowboys defense or something. And then it's the scene from Spider-Man, the original, where he's coming home from the lab and he's all sick. And
No, what?
Uncle Ben and Aunt
I've
May
seen
are
it.
like,
I've
"Oh,
seen it.
You for dinner?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm just gonna go to bed." And it's Peter Parker coming in. Yeah, I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny too.
I'm
I
sure
saw-
it was funny. Memes never sound funny when someone verbally
No,
explains them
I
to
know.
you. Like
I was saying it and I was like, this is horrible.
I'm sure it's funny, but verbally explaining a meme just never works.
It was funny watching it on Instagram.
Okay, I'll trust
Not
you.
funny when I said it out loud. I'm gonna take the Commanders.
Same.
Yeah, I'm taking the Commanders, obviously.
All right.
Against the spread, I'll take the Giants.
Okay. Raiders Dolphins in Miami. The Dolphins are a 12.5-point favorite for this game.
Well, they beat. Well, are the Raiders are 500?
Yeah.
This will be a close game then. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be close.
No,
I think
it's
the
not.
Dolphins are
It's
gonna
really
destroy
not. The
them.
Dolphins, I think, are going to blow them out of the water.
Yeah. I think
Dolphins
Miami's
minus
winning.
13. I got it.
Yep. I wouldn't take the spread, but I'll take Dolphins to win. Next we have the Cardinals and the Texans in Houston.
The Texans, I'm going to take them to win.
Me too.
Stroud
The
looks
Texans
solid.
are only -4 here.
I know.
I know the Cardinals are better with Kyler back, but like Texans -4 seems like a pretty good line to me.
4 is always tough though. Like 4 is always the one that like makes it or breaks it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like teams easily win by 3 points all the time.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but I don't know. I would take Texans pretty easily here.
I think I would too, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also gonna take the Texans. We got 3 more 1:00 games. The Bears and the Lions. In Detroit.
Lions
The
spread.
Lions all day.
Lions by 1 million.
Yep. At least 10. I'll take it. Steelers, Browns in Cleveland.
Don't care who wins.
Give me the Steelers.
You know what?
Really?
I love the
do I need to
Steelers on the road. Let's go. I'm gonna take the Steelers.
Nah, I got Browns.
Honestly, I kind of want the Browns to win. And I hope that they do.
I do too.
For division's sake.
Low key,
Because
I want them to, but I feel like the Steelers are gonna win.
They
I don't
wouldn't
know,
be
Jake, if
ahead
I
of the
were you-
Ravens. They wouldn't be
if
ahead of
I
the
were you-
Ravens.
if I were you though, I would rather the Steelers win because I have less faith in the Steelers to keep it up from here on out if they do win.
No, but the Steelers, if they do win, will jump back into first.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll hold on to it though. Like I think the Browns, if they win, are more likely to steal it from the Ravens than the Steelers are to hold on to it. That was a lot of stealing.
I understand, but my hatred for the Steelers is a lot deeper than my hatred for the Browns.
Huh. Okay. I don't know. I'm not tuned into the Ravens rivalries. I thought it would be the Browns too, but fair enough.
No, it is the Browns, but I hate the Steelers more. That's all.
Okay.
All right, final
I
1
respect your
o'clock
hatred.
game. Sorry, final 1 o'clock game. We got the Cowboys and the Panthers in Carolina. Cowboys are a 10.5-point favorite.
The fact that they're only a 10 and a
Yeah.
half point favorite is like insane, and I would take that all day.
I'm taking the Cowboys.
I'm taking the Cowboys.
Yep. That's easy.
Yeah, the Commanders are a 10. The Commanders are a 10-point spread over the Giants, and I think the Panthers are just as bad, if not worse, than the Giants.
Yeah,
And the Cowboys are better than the Commanders. I don't get why those lines are the same.
it's a weird line.
It's
Is
I
somebody
don't, I
out
don't
that we don't know of?
I don't understand how they.
I guess it's in Carolina
Spoilers.
versus in Washington, so it's a couple points there as well, but still.
Anyways, all right. It's getting into the 4 o'clock games. We got the Bucks, Tampa Baker taking on the Niners in San Fran. The Niners are an 11.5-point favorite in this game.
I'll take that. Considering they just blew out the Jags by like what, 31?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll take that.
probably why the spread's so
Yeah,
high. I would probably
I
take
think some
it too.
people overreacted to the Niners losing 3 in a row. It definitely wasn't good, but I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Although, give me the Buccaneers spread. I think 11.5 is harsh. I think the Bucks are not a bad team.
They're not, but I think the Niners will roll.
Yeah, I think they'll be at least 2 scores ahead.
Yeah.
This is a pretty miserable slate of 1 o'clock games.
Yeah, no, like
I'm
there's
looking
no
at
real
this.
exciting games until Monday night.
Well,
Like
Thursday
the
night is
only-
exciting.
Thursday night is really exciting. You're right. Yep.
Yeah,
is
these
true.
1 o'clock games though, there is one game with a spread of 3 or less. That's kind of sad.
Yep. And it's the Chargers and the Packers.
Yeah, which is even not like
Yeah.
it's not 2 big dogs, you know.
Yeah. We also have the Seahawks and the Rams battling. NFC West rivalry. The Seahawks are playing in LA. Who you got?
I got the Seahawks. This is another weird one. I'm looking at this. The Seahawks are only -1.
Yeah, this is
Look
weird.
me.
This is really weird.
I'll take the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'll
I
take
know
the
it's
Seahawks
in
as
LA.
well.
I know the Seahawks is like kind of looked shaky despite having a pretty good record. But like, man, like the Rams aren't that good.
And the Seahawks are good. The Seahawks are good. They'll win.
Yeah, like I'll take the Seahawks -1 pretty easily.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yep. We also have the Jets taking on the Bills in Buffalo. Give me the
God,
Bills.
The fact that Buffalo's a 7-point favorite. Well, they could be like fresh off of an offensive coordinator firing. Maybe the new one just says, "Okay, Josh, let it rip."
Maybe. And then that's when he throws 4 picks.
Or maybe that's when Stephon Diggs scores 4 touchdowns.
Or that. We'll see. I think Bills are going to take the win, though. They need a win. They need a win so bad. They're not going to lose this game.
I think so too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Sunday night, Vikings, Broncos in Denver.
Why are the Broncos in another primetime game?
This might be
Who
a
gave
fun
the
game, though.
Broncos all these
don't
primetime
get it.
games again?
I don't get it.
Broncos Bills was
The
fun.
Jets-
I will watch this Sunday game and I will enjoy it.
Well,
Jets, Broncos, and Raiders should be banned from primetime.
I don't
issuing
want
the
to watch
ruling.
them.
I agree with Jets and Raiders. Broncos are fun. I will defend the
No, they're
Broncos. They're
not.
fun.
I've just seen enough of them on primetime between the last 2 years.
I'm going to low-key, this one's tough. I'm going to take the Vikings
Me too.
coming into
Yeah,
Denver.
I'm gonna take the Vikings in a game-winning field goal.
No, I'm not. I'm going to take the Broncos. I can't do it. Give me the Broncos
Really?
at home.
I
Yep.
believe in Josh Dobbs.
Yep.
I'm gonna take the Vikings on a game-winning field goal.
Okay. Interesting. Who we got Monday night?
finally a good football game.
I
It's a
know.
good Thursday, a good Monday, and then nothing on Sunday.
Yeah, nothing good
Um,
on Sunday. It's like a really bad sandwich.
Yeah.
Good on the
We got some
outside, terrible in the
we got some
middle.
like really fancy like ciabatta bread or something, and then
Yeah,
this like moldy peanut butter in the middle.
yeah.
Yep.
Eagles, Chiefs. Who we got?
I'm gonna take the Eagles.
I think I will too.
I think I'm going Chiefs.
Really?
Patrick Mahomes, heard of the guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard of-
They have the power of Taylor Swift nation behind them.
Oh, you know she'll be
What's
there. You
what's
know
more
she'll
well,
be there.
in the
powerful than that?
no, she's in South America touring right now, yo.
Oh, damn. So she won't be
Hold on.
there.
Will she wait? What does she have a day off? Let's look up her tour dates. This is important for my prediction.
I still think the Eagles are gonna win.
Is there an Eras Tour show on November 20th?
I'm looking. Hold on. Uh, no, she. Oh wait, November 20th.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Her last show seems to be the 19th of Brazil.
Maybe she'll fly out the day right after. She'll be
That'd
there.
be
She'll be there
fun.
Monday night. I promise.
Well, I still am gonna take the Eagles.
Yeah, me too. I think I will too, unfortunately.
It I think the Chiefs defense is very, very good, but this offense is not the same as what it was.
No,
This
not at all.
Eagles defense, yeah, they lost a lot of like people, but this Eagles defense still like gets after the quarterback. So this is going to come down to like the flags and the refs, which sucks really, but
Yeah.
that's what it's going to come down to in this game.
I just hope it's fun. I just hope it's a good game.
Same with me.
Yeah. That's all I hope for. That's all I want in my football.
I am excited for this game.
Because if this Monday night game
yeah.
sucks, I feel like the whole weekend's gonna suck.
I feel like I'm gonna be craving good football by Monday night, and this better give it to me.
And week 12, we get 3 games on Thursday
Yeah, it's
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving weekend.
and Friday games.
Yeah, so this is actually funny because I was Nina and my girlfriend and I were discussing when Black Friday is. I was like, hold on, let me check. And I went and checked the football schedule because I knew there'd be 3 Thanksgiving games.
That's a good way of
That's how I
knowing.
checked when Black Friday was. She
Yeah,
was like, what are you doing? I was like, just trust me, I know what I'm doing.
that's a good way of finding out.
There's actually a Black Friday game this year too,
Yeah, there
which I
is.
don't
That's
think they
sick.
normally do.
Yeah, Dolphins Jets. The fall of Zach Wilson
I mean,
or the return of Aaron
like
Rodgers. We don't know yet.
I was gonna say, how much farther can he fall? Let's be real.
That's true.
Like he
Return
can
of Aaron
fall
Rodgers
onto the bench.
on Black Friday.
Oh, could be fun.
Please.
All right.
That
Good
was
time
fun.
tonight, guys.
That was fun.
Thanks
That was
for
fun.
listening. We'll see you guys next week. Good night.
Basketball content soon. I promise.
Basketball, yes, and more hockey and stuff.
Yeah. We'll get
The
that
the
content.
NBA in-season tournament started.
They're 2 games
Cool.
in, I think, or
Don't
two.
yeah, don't have much to say.
I don't either.
Basketball is existing. We'll get back to you if it changes.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good morning.